Hi, I'm Dr. Elliot Adam from ElliotOracle.com. I'm also the author of Fearless Tarot, How to Give a Positive Reading in Any Situation, which is out now from Llewellyn Books. And I just want to take a moment to thank all of you who have purchased Fearless Tarot. I've been looking at how it's doing, and it's doing so much better than I expected. So thank you so much for supporting the book. And also thank you for all the kind reviews you're leaving. It really means so much to me. And I love hearing your messages about how the book is helping you in your tarot practice and also your relationship with the cards. So thank you for all of that. I also want to make a quick announcement. This Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, I will be meeting with Divine Hand Jim for his Meet a Mystic series. And he is going to be interviewing me, and we're going to have a conversation about tarot and palmistry, and also hand gestures in the tarot, and basically whatever else will come up, in our discussion together. So I do hope you join us at Divine Hand Jim's page. It will be on the IGTV Live, and I'm just so excited about speaking with Jim. So it is this week's Oracle Reveal. So earlier today on Instagram, I placed up a photo of 3 different animals, and I asked you to use your intuition and ask yourself which animal is getting stuck in your head, because that animal has a message for you. And the animals are the whale spirit, the armadillo, and the flamingo. So if you're just joining us now, ask yourself which animal is calling to you. For whale, it says, trust the great mystery. And whale is all about taking that deep dive. The whale breathes air, so it goes under the sea, but it brings up things to the surface and it breathes it out. And so this might be a time to really go into your own unconscious, to bring up something that really needs to be heard or seen or given space. And then also the whale has to do with our personal history. So this could be a time where you're really looking back, reminiscing, or also evaluating what's happened on your journey so far. First card for whale is where it's best for them to place their focus this week. And we got the 3 of Swords. And on this card, we see that heart with the 3 swords that are driven through it. And this is a symbol. The swords represent old traumas to the heart, old challenges, old difficulties. And the heart hangs on to them. Sometimes the heart tricks itself into thinking that the swords make it more powerful, that by hanging on to that painful experience, it makes it more prepared for the next harsh thing that could happen. And so then it's ready. But as you can see here, it's just weighing the heart down. The heart would be joining the sun above the clouds, but the swords are weighing it down. So this card can indicate that it's time to release some old emotional burdens, especially with that whale energy. It might be a time where you're going inward. You're releasing some old emotions like grief or anger or, resentments or grudges you're holding, and you're just letting go of that, because holding on to that stuff is like you drinking poison and expecting that other person to drop dead. So it's time to just let it go and stay out of the toxicity. The second card is advice from your inner wisdom this next week, and we got the Magician card. The Magician reminds you of what's limitless within you. The Magician is the personification for the power of your thoughts. And your thoughts are like magic spells. They're totally going out into the world. They're totally creating the reality you're experiencing. The beauty of the Magician card is if you don't like what you're seeing in your life, based on where your focus or intentions have been placed, you can change it. You might be able to change the Magician's focus by turning away from the thing that's causing the pain, the anxiety, the hurt, and instead focusing on something proactive, something that's going to empower you, something that's going to make you feel limitless again. There is great magic within you to transform your situation, but you need to wield it, and it needs to follow where your focus is going first. So pay attention to where that focus is going. And finally, the mythic archetype that's going to help you if you pick whale is Uranus. He's the sky father. He represents the patriarchal external world. And a lot of us would love to retreat into our little spirit rooms and into our little meditation chambers and never come out and never have to deal with harsh things. But Uranus has to do with the harshness that is in the real world. And so this might be a time where you're really getting your thoughts in order. You're really releasing old emotions that are keeping you scared or stuck. And you're working up the courage to be brave enough to affect some change in that external world right now. That Magician card is saying you totally can do it, but it's going to follow where the focus is going, and it's time to release some old stuff. Second animal is the Armadillo Spirit, and it says set healthy boundaries. And the armadillo has that shell. It is all about knowing where others end and where you begin. It's okay to say no. It's okay not to bend over backwards with every needy person who's coming to you. And it's okay to put your boundaries down. So this card could be an attractive one for you right now if you really need to start practicing some boundaries. First card for Armadillo is where it's best to place your focus this next week. And we got the Three of Cups, which is depicting the three graces from Greek mythology. These are the goddesses that give mortals that gift of charisma. And charisma isn't something that, you're just born with and then that's it. Yeah, some people are more charismatic than others, but charisma is something you always can work on. It can improve your life so much if you're just more charming to be around, if you smile more, if you're more engaging, if you reach out and introduce yourself before waiting to be introduced. So the Three of Cups could say, be more outgoing this week. Allow yourself to use your personal charm and don't underestimate the power of that charm to open doorways for you. The second card we got is advice from your inner wisdom, and we got the King of Wands. He is the wise counselor of the tarot, and I like to think of him as a self-made king from humble beginnings. He's got those lizards on his throne, but they're also intertwined with the lions. And so it's sort of like he starts out as a lizard or has a lizard on his banner, and he eventually becomes someone who's regal through his skill set, through what makes him special. Especially with that charismatic card next to the King of Wands, this could be a time where you're really tapping into what makes you shine, what makes you special, and also what makes you a survivor, and really honoring that at this time. And so you may want to make peace with yourself or be on your own team, be on your own side at this time, and really put your energy toward your focus or your goals with a little bit of charm. And then finally, we have the mythic archetype that's going to help you this week if you picked the Armadillo. And we got Hermes, or Mercury. He's the messenger god. He has all to do with your communication. So there is a clear message with Armadillo. Set up healthy boundaries and also use the power of your words this week. Use the power of your words to open doorways. Use the power of your words to repel the things that you don't want around you. Use the power of your words to increase your personal charm. And then finally, we have the Flamingo Spirit, and it says, embrace the in-between. And flamingos fly in the air, but they spend a lot of time in the water. Flamingo will remind you that the in-between places and times are where the magic of transformation is truly happening in your life. So don't curse it. Don't get angry about being in a limbo. That's actually where your transformation's taking place, and it's where something important is brewing. First card for Flamingo is where it's best to place your focus this next week. We got the Moon card, which indicates that you want to place your focus on your deepest intuitions, your deepest feelings, or your instincts. The Moon card can represent those buried feelings or emotions that are going on in the background of our consciousness that have a real tight grip on us. And we might want to avoid it. We might want to, have a drink or run and watch Netflix and binge it and, do a bunch of other things that keep us distracted. But the moon is telling you that it's time to tune back within. And so I think that this is going to be a time where you really want to give space to some emotion to be felt at this time. That you're going to feel a lot better if you feel. It'll actually release that emotional grip, that feeling that you're avoiding actually has on you. Second, we have advice from your inner wisdom. Ten of Wands reversed, take a break. Ten of Wands reverse says that you're carrying too many burdens right now. You're going to be too stressed out if you're emotionally frazzled, if you're taking on too many things right now, and you're not allowing yourself a little R&R. So right now, just don't be in such a rush. Don't feel like you have to do it all right now. And also don't feel like there is no excuse to have a break or you don't deserve a break. You absolutely deserve a break. Take a break. You're going to get back to your tasks and feel much better. And then finally, that mythic archetype that's going to help you is Poseidon, the god of the sea. Again, a symbol of going deep within. He's a water god, much like that moon card has a lot of emotional stuff kind of going on here for the Flamingo people. So this could be a time to make peace with burdensome emotions, release burdensome emotions, things that are making you stressed out. You might need to feel the stress or feel the fear in order to move through it. And that is this week's Oracle. I do hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, you can always catch a reading with me at elliotoracle.com. Otherwise, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in every week to watch these Oracle reveals. I love doing them. They're so much fun for me, so thanks for watching, and I will see you again next time.